Lee the Appraiser back for another segment of Amazing Appraising. Good evening, everyone. This is Lee the Appraiser for another exciting and unique episode, Amazing Appraising, here in the world famous APR 57 gallery here in New York City. How the heck is everyone doing today? I hope you're doing well. We have another amazing show here, and we are going to be discussing about a lot of different things. This is the show, Amazing Appraising, where we talk about all the unique and special collectibles that we see on a daily, weekly, and yearly basis here in our gallery, that people bring in, that we go out to see in the States and their collections, and that we have the privilege, honor, and job of evaluating and appraising everything that they have. So this week, we had a very, very interesting week. We came across some very beautiful antique sterling silver flatware. We came across an incredibly rare and beautiful Breguet wristwatch. Just to give you a little taste of that watch, it's not a regular watch. Breguet is a brand. I think they started in the early 1700s, and they've been known as a brand that specializes in such high-grade wristwatches that they were known to sell them to royalty, the kings and queens of England and a number of the Arab countries and all over Europe. They would sell them for to that was their market, where the royalty of the world. So we have an extraordinarily rare skeleton chronograph we just came about. We have a letter from one of the earliest stamp companies in the world, the Scott Stamp Company. We're going to be talking about that. We have a basketball signed by the 1973 New York Knicks World Championship team. This was right after they won the championship in '72. They signed it the opening, we'll say, days of the following season. And we are going to be talking about a lot of different things. We've been asked to elaborate again about what actually we do and how we appraise things. By the way, we're going to have anyone that wants to see what we're talking about can go to our YouTube channel. It's under Amazing Appraising, and you will see the unique items we talk about on the show, actually in person there on the show, on the YouTube station. We will be going over them in depth. You will be able to see the quality, the condition, the rarity of these items being photographed and described about in person. So if you would like to do that, please, that's under Amazing Appraising, our YouTube channel. Please subscribe, listen, watch, and learn. Okay? So people ask us, and I get this question every day, multiple times, how did you become an expert? How do you appraise things? How are you able to figure out what they're worth? So that is a very, very difficult question. I've put myself out there as an experienced leading appraiser. I have to tell you, for me, certainly there's a lot of things I don't know. There's a lot of things that I haven't seen before, but my gift is being able to figure them out. That means to use the knowledge, experience, and background to figure out what I've seen in the past, what it resembles, skills relating to how old it is, the condition, where the right questions to ask the party that's showing it to me. I use all these hints and ideas and suggestions to determine what I believe, whether, first of all, what the item is, and that's going to be determined by whether it's authentic or not. And once I figure out all those things, then I say, okay, fine, now I know, or I believe I know what it is. Then we will evaluate the price of what something similar or what that item should sell for based on its condition, and that will in turn be based on determine the supply and demand. Okay, so that's what we do, and I try to apply it to every type of collectible we have ever seen and have seen. Okay, we recently have been working on and off for the last couple weeks on what I believe is an incredibly unique piece of Judaica. It is crazy. I call it the Swiss Army knife of Judaica, meaning it is about a 13-inch tall piece of silver that has usage and is made or can be used for just about every one of the Jewish holidays, including the Sabbath. And it's a little difficult for me to go into right now because without showing it to you, you can't really, even if you have a good imagination, understand and imagine all the cool and unique features this piece has. And we've basically figured that we believe it was made in the late 1600s by and given to a very prominent rabbi whose name was listed on it twice, who was actually burnt at the stake for not converting to Christianity. At the moment, that's where we stand. We're going to go over that in detail, and we're going to have a picture and video on it, which you can see shortly on our amazing appraising channel. So based on what I just said, that's how we appraise everything. We study it, look at it. We determine first of all what it is. That means what is the materials, if it's a flatware set, if it's a coin, if it's a piece of jewelry. We're first going to determine what the materials are. Is it gold? Is it platinum? Is it silver? If it is in fact silver, is it sterling silver? Is it fine silver? Is it German silver? If it's platinum, is it pure platinum? Is it 90%? Is it 80%? Is it gold? If it is gold, again, it could be gold and be 24 karat. It could be gold and be 9 karat. So that's a huge difference. One is a third of the gold content, which would typically be a third of the value, not always. But these are all things we take in consideration when we evaluate and appraise them. So we're going to be talking about, and then, so of course, you want to figure out what it is. So let's first talk about, this came in here. This is a set of sterling silver flatware. It is a 5-piece set, and we have 12 place settings. So that's 5 times 12, so it's 60 pieces. It contains 60 pieces. We have it here. You can go to, again, our YouTube channel to look at it. It was made by a company called Alvin, okay? And this is one, really, it's unusual that you find by a smaller company, not Tiffany, not Cartier, not George Jensen, but like a smaller company that really made a gorgeous engraved pattern here, which this is. Really beautiful, very intricate, and very pretty and attractive. And this set was made about 1960, which is going to date it about 75 years old. And it is in absolutely perfect condition. Just lightly wash it or polish it. And really, just a stunning pattern. So this set here, it weighs about 10 ounces for a setting. So if you have 12 settings, 12 times 10, it's going to be about 120 ounces of pure sterling silver. So that would equate to close to $2,400. So if we were retailing this, we would sell the set for probably about $3,000, $3,500. We try to give everybody a great deal, a fair deal, whether they're buying or selling to us. So we determine the value typically on items based on what we could sell it for at a reasonable price. That's how we make our offers and appraise items. So if we could sell it for about $3,000, we would probably be, typically we would pay probably around $2,000. all right? And it is overall in extremely fine condition. So somebody who just got married, they want a beautiful set of sterling silver to to use and showcase in their home and to serve with. This set would certainly fit the bill. If this was purchased individually, you have people that would sell this for $10,000. We are, selling the whole set, as I said, for probably under $3,000. So again, the value is going to be determined based on the fact of the material, which is the sterling silver. Now with silver, it's very easy to figure out if it's sterling or not, and that's typically 99% of silver that's sterling is going to be marked the word sterling, or it might say 925. 925 represents 92.5%, which is the equivalent of sterling silver. Sometimes it will say 900, which is the equivalent of fine silver, which is 90%, a little less. And sometimes it might, on older items, typically it might have a number of 800, which would typically mean it is German silver or Eastern European, which is 80% sterling silver. So what I like about this set is that it has, even though it's not a great name, it's a smaller brand, but it's beautifully designed here, if you can get a picture of that. The back, even on the spoon, is really intricate and beautifully designed. The knife is really pretty. Again, there's a lot of weight to this. Very beautifully made, mint condition. Just buff it with a little silver polish and you're good to go. And you got yourself an incredibly beautiful set of sterling silver flatware for under like $3,000. If you have a set or you have many sets that you wish to sell or appraise, let us know. Call or text us at our 917 number, 917-439-9610, and we're happy to answer and appraise anything you have. So that is how we would do the sterling silver flatware set, okay? We are going to be back after a very short message from one of our sponsors. Etc.